Welcome to the first Bluebird podcast, brought to you by Bluebird Food and Art Thing and Way of Acting, your source for music, arts, and culture. The point of these webcasts is to make easy meals. People always ask me how I come up with these really cool appetizers, so I'm going to share all my tips and techniques and secrets with you today. The first one that we're going to be doing today is the pizza grilled cheese. What we're going to do with the pizza grilled cheese is I have a little bit of homemade tomato sauce. We're going to smear this down on both sides of the bread. It's a little chunky and that's perfect. And these recipes are very easy to do at home. If you have leftover tomato sauce, you have some leftover bread. In this case, I'm using some cheese bread, but whatever bread you have left over, some tomato sauce, some cheese, you can make a really cool grilled cheese sandwich, and of course some cheese. So our tomato sauce is down here. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a little bit of an olive tapenade that we have here. It's very strong, but it's a puree of black olives, and it has garlic, vinegar, different spices, some anchovies in there, so it's very strong. I don't want to put too much on it. Just a little bit, smear this around, hit all four corners, that's what's important. You never know who's going to get what bite. The olive tapenade is going to give you a huge boost of flavor. Massive, massive boost of flavor in your grilled cheese. Next, what we want to add is Peperoncini. If you don't want to make this at home, you can simply buy it. It is just chili oil, which is made with red chilies and a good extra virgin olive oil. It's a very Italian condiment, and it's these things, like the tapenade, the chili oil, the peperoncini, that are going to make your sandwiches or your food pop out, and in this case, your grilled cheese. So it looks a little bit messy, but it's all good because this is all going on the inside. Next, what we're going to do is I have a red onion here, so I'm just going to make a couple slices just like that. And we're going to lay down just a little bit of red onion on the bottom here. Just like that. I like a lot of red onion. You don't have to put as much as if you don't want to. We're going to add some cheese onto here. On both sides, you want to put a decent amount of cheese. And I have a red pepper over here. I'm going to teach you how to do this in 1 minute. We're just going to go across and do some quick slices here. Just like that, we don't need too many. And we're going to lay down, and this is obviously a vegetarian dish as you can tell so far, but you can always add meats to this if you want, chicken, bacon, anything cool like that. And on top we're going to go with a little bit more cheese. So we'll have the olives, the peppers, you have a beautiful tomato sauce in here, you have that tapenade, so you have great flavor. Come over the top with the cheese bread, and we're going to get some butter into this pan. This is just some butter that I melted and I brought it down to room temperature. I'm going to add some basil and some dried oregano to it, just like this. And I'm going to coat the bottom of the pan with this. If you want a good amount of butter, that's what's going to give you good color, a lot of good color on your grilled cheese. So this may look like a lot of butter, but everyone's going to get such a small piece of the grilled cheese. It's not too big of an issue here. So we're going to lay these down. And while these are cooking, make sure it's not too hot. If it's too hot, the bread is going to burn and the cheese won't melt. So I'm going to go a little bit hot over here and tuck a little bit of cheese. Going back to this red pepper that we had over here, I'll show you how we break this down. First, choking up on the knife, we'll do top and bottom. Again, don't throw anything out. These are good for stocks, soups, sauces, salads. And as you can see, when you do the top and bottom, you have a bunch of exposed holes here. If we take the knife down, any of those holes, bring the knife off the cutting board, and just lay it flat. We can go through and remove the seeds in one go, leaving the yellow pepper intact. And then coming in here, we have the inner membrane. It's full of a lot of water, so we're just going to go ahead and remove some of that. Just as so. This is going to make the grilled cheese not as wet. It won't be as juicy, but this will still give you that yellow pepper flavor. And then we're going to go through and julienne this crumbs. For this technique, we choke up on the knife. Fingers are tucked in, and it's bracing against the middle finger. If it's not bracing against your middle finger, something is going wrong. And when you're doing this, it's always safe, and you don't have to worry about your fingers being in the way. We'll take a look at our grilled cheese over here. It should be perfect to flip. We're going to come with a little bit more butter. Don't tell my mom. Now with grilled cheese, anything you cook in a pan, if the first side took 2 minutes like it did, the second side will take roughly half. So just about a minute. So we're almost there. I'm going to move it around, make sure the butter hits everything, and we can get ready to plate this. So we have a beautiful platter here, and we're going to go ahead and check the other side here. It's getting nice and golden brown. going to turn this off, and we are going to plate these up. So there's two different ways that you can cut this. We can go on a diagonal, or we can do squares. So this one will go on a square, just like this, and we can lay them down. You can see that beautiful filling inside, with that tapenade, with that red pepper, with the delicious tomato sauce, with that peperoncini, tons of flavor going on here. Beautiful golden brown. We have that basil and oregano in the garlic butter that we did. So we're just going to cut this up here, and we're going to plate it up just like we plated up the first one. And again, we want to show some of the crust, we want to show the inside. They're beautiful, you see the cheese is melting, we have all those delicious flavors in there. And again, like I said before, add meat to this if you'd like. You can add different types of vegetables. This is all something that if you have leftovers in your fridge, you can just throw it in there. All you need to do is throw a cheese so it sticks together. And this will conclude our Bluebird podcast for today, brought to you by Way of Acting. But tune in next time, we have tons of videos, tons of easy recipes, okay? See you soon.